Well, Paul, they say it's never over till it's over, and that was the case today.
Absolutely, it's you have to keep going. We said before the game, we said at half time, no matter what it takes, that's what we have to strive for. Obviously, everyone would have liked it to be sooner, but at the same time, it's a nice way to win a game, and credit to the players for continuing. I was concerned that we weren't going to put the ball in the box, but Scott Burgess managed to dig it out of his feet. I think Sean won the header, Tris fired it across, and still a good finish from Manny because it came at him at some pace.
And I suppose ironic in a way that it was in the 5 minutes of stoppage time, mainly caused by Woking time wasting.
Yeah, look, it may be easier to say when you've got the 3 points, but I don't expect them to be in a rush with a lot of things. My kind of concern was right from the very first goal kick. I felt like I was stood there for ages until they kicked it back into play. Like I said, I wouldn't expect them to push it. The referee said he was going to add the time on. So I thought it could have been a bit longer in truth, but was glad it was 5 once we did score, meaning there wasn't sort of too long at all left to defend. But a great 3 points for us.
And what about the performance?
Okay in spells. The conditions made it really difficult. It's amazing. I expected it to be really wet. It kind of wasn't. Didn't expect the wind that we got. Driving over, it was a lovely day. Then we went through a band of heavy rain, and then got to Grimsby and Cleethorpes, and the wind appeared. So it made it really difficult. The pitch is starting to just feel the wear and tear of the games a little bit, and the weather as well. But we had little spells. Certainly start of the second half, I thought it was perhaps a matter of time until we did score. We didn't get the goal, and it looks like a frustrating afternoon. But you have to keep going, and like I say, credit to the players for that.
And it's good to see your 2 new signings both got on the score sheet within a week of each other.
Yeah, strikers said I think for me they bring a lot more than just scoring. But as a forward player, you naturally want to score goals, and that will do both of them good. Thought Trist did better today. His all-round game, thought that was probably the best he's done for us. And Manny, like I said, he'll be really pleased to have got that goal. I just want him in the box. When he came on, a little chat to him afterwards, make sure that you're in them positions to score a goal. Like I said, he took it extremely well because he was travelling at pace.
Made a couple of changes today. Adam Crooks coming back in. What were the reasons for that? Was anything to do with height?
A little bit. There was not a slight concern, but just look at their team and how big they are. And we're not the biggest, we said that. I think that's certainly something that he's done consistently well over the season when he's played. He's defend that back post and an extra pick-up from set plays. A little bit harsh on Danny, but I spoke to him before and explained the reasons why. And Callum obviously coming in, late signing, that we've Arj missing. Said we were a bit light in that area, and he's someone that's he's joined us, trained a couple of days, trained today, and then out there today. So not easy circumstances, and not the best game in terms of the spectacle, but I think he enjoyed being on the winning team.
And obviously he's got quality because he's played at a high level. He must be pleased to get him.
Yeah, I think we're relatively fortunate in terms of circumstance that he'd been out on loan in League One with Morecambe, come on for Hull a couple of times, therefore, and when that meant he couldn't have another loan in the EFL. So hopefully we were a good option from that. Obviously logistically again, it's not one that causes any upheaval or shouldn't be any settling in period in terms of that. Only get to know the lads, but the way that he is, you've just spoken to him, I could imagine you can tell there's a confident young man there, and has fitted in very quickly, and hopefully continues to do so.
But he's here because of a bit of bad news for Alan Reiki.
Yeah, obviously the kind of slight concern that we had unfortunately turned out to be the injury with a hairline fracture that will keep him out near enough up until the end of the season. We're hopeful that we can get him back prior to the season ending, maybe get a couple of games or back fit for a couple of games. and we'll have to kind of assess that as it goes. But that's the hope, and obviously from our point of view, we hope that there may be a few more games after that.
So will he stay with you for the time being?
No, he'll be with Aston Villa in terms of his treatment. Don't know if you've seen him today. He was here for the game. He came and watched, and that's nice from that point of view. It's a shame for the lad. It's a blow for us. Not the news that we all wanted, but we have to deal with that. And I said felt I had to move quickly to get someone in. And the more that Callum's with us, hopefully, I think the more he'll understand how we play, understand his teammates, etc., and can fill that gap.
Anybody else like to be back from the injury list fairly soon?
No, not well. I think Ryan's the one who's making the best progress, but I don't. That's certainly Tuesday night won't be a goer. Yeovil's a potential, but as I said at the end of or prior to the game in terms of press, that all depends how training goes. He hasn't trained with us, that's for sure. None of them have, and the others, I think, really are probably still quite a bit away.
Important last goal, important goal last minute, important to keep that little run going and get that victory. Maybe especially after the Kings Lynn game, which was a bit frustrating, that you go home with the 3 points. Yeah,
I think you look at a lot of the results today, there's been a lot of draws, I think, in the league in general, with a lot of the teams involved. So it's nice to sort of gain a couple of points on those teams. We're still just outside it, of course. We've got 2 very difficult looking away games. Southend are in excellent form, a good point today. I obviously haven't seen the game on how it's gone, but I see the scoreline. And Yeovil, you only had to look at them last week against Chesterfield, gone to Notts County and got something there. So 2 tough games, 2 long travels. Again, not ideal, but we've got to play them. At least we go in there in good mood, with a bit of confidence. But I think we will have to play up as levels to get anything from them games.